Hey everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master and Pro Player, and we are here to play Mono Blue Merfolk in Modern. And if you're excited about that, if you're excited about Merfolk, you're in the right place, so don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Before we get into our match, we're going to thank our sponsor, the ManaBase.com. And don't forget to get back to the basics, as you can learn that from Spencer Howland's limited time only on the ManaBase.com. Your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. So we did not win the die roll, but we have a decent hand on the draw, so we're going to keep this. We're up against a Wizards of the Coast employee. Wizards of the Coast, Vander Ben L. Never heard of you. You must sort of work in the back. You know, I mean, for all we know, this is the janitor. Just because, you know, you work at Wizards of the Coast does not necessarily mean you design cards or anything like that. They need people, work in those toilets. Oh, what is this? This is going to be we're up against Bogles, so we're on the draw. Not where we want to be exactly. Oh, come on! Come on! That's the wrong time to get that Gemstone Caverns. Alright, we're going to play an island. We're going to pass. Island doesn't really reveal what we're playing against. It's really hard for me to play deceptively. I'm Nikachu. Everyone knows who I am. So, I mean, yeah. They know they're always up against Merfolk. Okay, here's Rancor. I can't tell if our opponent mulliganed a lot. 2 Rancors. Attack for 5. I think I'm willing to get smacked one more time just to prevent something like, what's it called? Well, I don't want them to draw a card off of this. We can try to prevent Daybreak Coronet. So we're going to get hit for 5. Then I can play a creature. Get hit for up to 3. Aether Vial's a bit late. Could use that on turn 1. Could desperately use that on turn 1. So if we can block this thing, we'll be in good shape. Well, I mean, they're never attacking that into our creature unless they can profitably get through our stuff. First strike, that is a problem. Okay, so they're going to hit us for 6. So we need to hit running lands. We need to go like Merfolk into... I honestly don't know what we need, but let's just hope that we get it. Let's hope that we get it. First strike and trample is a problem. So I used to laugh at this deck. We had a lot of options of beating it, and truth be told, we still have Chalice of the Void. Chalice of the Void is going to be very good against them. I mean, all these cards are nailed by Chalice. So I used to laugh at it, but the deck has changed by quite a bit. And what I mean by that is they have a lot more evasive cards. The cards I used to be most concerned about were things like Rancor, cards that could get through damage even if I blocked. But now they've got like more versions of the thing that gives it flying. Of course, Spirit Dancer, but no auras. And I've got Dismember, ha ha ha. Not that it matters. I'm going to get hit for 6, go down to 3. Trying to stabilize is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be rough times, but we do curve out perfectly. Let's see what we can do with this hand. If we're lucky, we can draw into a Lord, which will help us, I think, trade with this Glade cover. Well, maybe not trade, but like only one. I think only one Lord would get killed. We do not draw anything like that. So we will play Tidebinder Mage into Lord of Atlantis. We don't have a good chance of winning this, but we actually have a chance. Our opponent has to draw some blanks, though. So now I have an option to attack for 3. Do I take it? Yeah, I think I think I can. Let's see. So Tidebearer Mage and Silvergill Adept can absorb the entire shock of Gladecover Scout. I sort of need to play like my opponent is going to be drawing nothing. I can't play around those sort of things. I just can't. We're just dead if they keep drawing auras, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe my calculations are a little bit off. I don't have the all the sleep as I wish I could have. Chubby Meatball's keeping me up at night. She wants to play at like 4 in the morning. So we double block here. They can only kill one of these creatures. We can absorb the entire shock. Hyena Umbra falls off. Then maybe we can... If we draw Lord, do we win? 4-8. Not quite. 4-8. Oh yeah, we do. 1 Lord wins. Do we? Can we squeak a victory out of here? That would be great. A great steal. Our opponent had a great start, and we were on the draw. But well, we can play Master Waves and this Curse Catcher at the and the Silvergill Adept at the same time. So, win in a row. That's unfortunate. So how do we do this? We can attack for 10. Our opponent does not have Path to Exile. They would have played that already. They would have played it on our Lord of Atlantis and killed both our creatures without having to deal with any problems. I don't think any of this changes. So just untap this island. Oh, we were just starting. We still need to fade 1 more card. I'm just wondering if I should get in any damage here. So if they play Daybreak Coronet, that's going to be 8. They're going to go up to 21. Can I do 21 points of damage on the crackback? 7, 8. Sorry, 8 plus 7, 15. I can only deal 15 damage on the crackback, so I should try to put our opponent down to a amount of life total so that when they gain 8, I will still be victorious. Because I'm going to have to like sack all my tokens. I can soak up 8 toughness here. So if you deal 7, they go down to 6. 8 goes up to 14, and I can attack for the win. Sounds good to me. And I can block with... Or I can't block with Silvergill Adept. Oh no, this will be fine. They can only... Oh no, if they get 1 aura, they can start chaining things with Core Spirit Dancer, so we're just going to have to hope for the best. Okay, pass the turn. Bogles. The boogeyman Bogles. So please no evasion. We do it! Wow! Love it! Just with normal Merfolk stuff. Amazing. Nothing special there. So we're going to bring in Echoing Truth because it can bounce auras. And most importantly, if there's only a Daybreak Coronet and 1 other aura on that creature, you bounce the non-Daybreak Coronet aura, and then Daybreak Coronet can only sit on a creature. It can only stay on the creature if there's an aura on it. So if there's no other aura on the creature, Daybreak Coronet falls off. I hope that was clear. Bring in Deprive. Any sort of counter spells are good. So Spreading Seas are good. Dismember, not very good. I'll keep some Harbinger of the Tides just for, what's it called? The Thing. So we have 60 cards. That's not bad. So sometimes I bring in Kira because they play with Path to Exile and Dismember, and it's just good to set up a Master of Waves, but I don't know how valuable Master of Waves is anymore. Because they're so evasive. Master Waves used to be good because you could play a Master of Waves, get a bunch of tokens, and use them to block each turn, but now you cannot block as much because now they give... there's an aura that gives them flying. There's now auras that they play more auras where they get pro creatures, including with Rancor, and I can't remember if there's one other one, but they have just more evasion than ever before. It's super annoying. So maybe we'll take out some Master of Waves. We'll bring in the Harbingers. Just have a 2-drop. Maybe that's just fine. 22 creatures, not a lot of creatures, but whatever, we'll live with this. We're hoping to just lock them out with Chalice of the Void. We're just going to get them. We're going to get them with Chalice. Maybe one Spell Pierce over a Deprive was better. This hand may not ever cast anything, so we're going to mulligan. And because we have Chalice of the Void in our deck, we are much more encouraged to mulligan. Chalice isn't a... Oh, we'll keep this. Chalice isn't necessary... Oh, we'll keep that too. More Chalices, the better. Chalice may not be guaranteed to be an auto win because our opponent will be playing with Seal of Primordial, which can destroy artifacts and enchantments. But it will do a pretty good job, in my opinion. I actually should keep as many Harbingers in the deck post-board because it can bounce Dryad Arbor. Sometimes they just have to keep those Dryad Arbor hands. Ethereal Armor. Bogle. Attack for 2. Alright, take 2. Start with Chalice. Hopefully they just have 1-drops. We can play Harbinger into Mass of the Pearl Trident and block this thing. It looks like it's going to be Daybreak Coronet. Not good for us. But no Trample. Okay, we take 7. That is poorly timed. Start with Harbinger of the Tides. Yeah. It looks like we're in chump block duty. Not this turn, but a turn. Core Spirit Dancer, sure. So I have to play Master of the Pearl Trident. Well, let's start with Spreading Seas. Don't have anything good to hit. Have to draw into some useful stuff. Too many Chalice of the Voids. Would have been just game winning if we're on the play, or if I could get that what's it called the Thing. What's it called? The Thing. Gemstone Caverns. Needed Gemstone Caverns. That would have been just game over. They would have done nothing for this entire game. So there's the Seal of Primordium. So Seal of Primordium will eat up my Chalice of the Void and eat up all my chances of winning the game. I guess I will play on for one more turn. I mean, situation's bad, but not hopeless yet. I have to chump block the slippery Bogle with Harbinger of the Tides. The attack with slippery. This other slippery Bogle is stupid. It's like no point to this at all. So now we need to draw Master of Waves. And then just keep chaining these for a little while. How many Master Waves are still in the deck? Oh my god, please. Okay, we can see. Too many Chalice of the Voids. You know what? After the game, I feel like I want more Master of Waves. Okay. Just think I'll play this. Sounds not good. Should I mulligan for something better? Like, it's not a bad hand, but I can't play Deprive. It's turn 1 Ether Vial. Turn 2 nothing. Harbingers are not... No Spreading Seas. No Chalice of the Void. I think we can do a little bit better than this. If this was an island, I'd probably keep it, because then I can deploy my hand while playing Ether Vial, or at least hold up Deprive. So I'm going to mulligan at least once. But do you know what? This is better. I'll keep. We at least have a bunch of lords. Our opponent mulligans to 5. We'll keep that on top because we do need lands. Do need to curve out. This looks like it's going to be a Core Spirit Dancer hand. Well, if it's a Core Spirit Dancer hand, maybe I should just not do anything. What if I don't do anything? And then they play Core Spirit Dancer? What if that's their only creature? How about that? Lord of Atlantis, they play Core Spirit Dancer, then we play what? Mararegery? Attack? Because I certainly don't want the Core Spirit Dancer to go crazy. But what if we keep passing the turn back and forth? Okay, I'll play Lord of Atlantis. If I don't curve out to 4 lands, we'll keep passing the turn back and forth, and then they can just play, like, I don't know, Dryad Arbor, for example, and then load up on that thing. Or actually, maybe my opponent just... do you know what? I forgot. Our opponent mulliganed down to 5. They could just have a no-creature hand that just has a bunch of stuff, and they're just hoping to draw it into a fetch land. Yeah, they mulligan down to a 5-card hand, so they have... they don't have a lot of room to play around anything. Silvergill Adept is great. Let's attack with the Mararegery. Put pressure on the board. Next turn, play Master of the Pearl Trident, or even Silvergill Adept and hold up Deprive. But the point is, we can put a pretty decent clock on the board. The worst thing that could happen is they play play Plains, and then put Daybreak Coronet on. This is not pleasant, but it's not impossible to beat. I mean, we're winning the race as it is. We are winning the race. We're winning the race. Okay. It's up to you, man. You can do whatever you want. So drawing a land here would be perfect. We do draw that land. Attack for 8. Our opponent will go down to 7. And we are in position to win the match. So if they were to block, kills this thing, we still attack for 3, 7, yeah. So they need like something with lifelink right now. That is interesting. I don't think that changes anything. Yeah, we win. All right, so we won the match against Bogles. Bogles are no match for Merfolk. They didn't have their super evasion card, but you know what? I think Bogles is a little bit harder because of Rancor. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't really see the power of Chalice of the Void in this matchup. Truth be told, we only got to see it on the draw when it was completely useless, and not on the play when it is very useful. But I think with Chalice of the Void and with Spreading Seas, we should be I would say we should be a good, healthy, strong favorite in this matchup. So yeah, the Bogles gets beat. No problem. Where's my marker? Here's my marker. Bogles gets beat. I know a lot of people are frustrated with Bogles, but you got to remember that some percentage of the time they just beat themselves. And we actually saw that in this matchup. They mulliganed down to 5. Some people would say, well, you know what, Nikachu, you just ran. Your opponent just got unlucky. No, they have to mulligan quite a bit. It's a fragile sort of archetype. I understand that it's improved by quite a bit, but still it is unstable in a lot of ways. So there's going to be a lot of free wins given to us because they have to mulligan down to quite like a pitiful amount of cards. And then that actually helps us quite a bit because the games that we have Spreading Seas really cripples them because they don't have a lot of mana to work with. Bogles gets beat. For the millionth time. You can check my history. I'm not afraid of no Bogles. Beat. Exclamation points. So as usual, we're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank themanabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu playing Merfolk in Modern.